morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. It is that big weekend we've all been waiting for. Chicago is all abuzz, and it's not because CM Punk is handing out ice cream bars, though I understand that they're selling them at the Now Arena. It is AEW All Out weekend. That's right. It kicks off tonight with Rampage. And then we have the big pay-per-view on Sunday. As Tony Khan said, this is going to be their biggest and best pay-per-view to date. And I believe he may be right. There is some fantastic matches that are on this show and one that is off now. And we'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. I am John from WrestleScope, joined once again by the Triple Crown champion, Tyler Woodward. He is in the house. Adam Pearson was scheduled to join us, but Adam had some last-minute things pop up that he has to take care of. We may get lucky. He may jump in and join us here midway through the stream. Hopefully everything is okay. And Callum is on assignment today. We can never seem to get Tyler and Callum on the stream together. Makes me wonder a little bit.
It makes you wonder if we're the same person.
I don't know, possibly. And yes, you know what? We are gonna start on this note. Thank you, Raymond. Yes, Daphne Unger, professional wrestler Daphne Unger. Unfortunately, the sad news came out yesterday that she had passed away. She had been dealing with some mental health issues and depression and some other things, some physical issues. She had a live stream the other night where it was very apparent she was in a dark place, in a bad place.
I believe she was holding a gun.
Yes.
I didn't watch the live stream.
I didn't get to see it. I caught the news afterwards.
Yeah, I did too.
Twitter was the Twitter world came together trying to figure out where she was. Wrestlers and content creators and just fans in general all trying to figure out where she was. And unfortunately, they were not able to get her the help in the time that was needed. And
it's sad. It's really sad. It's mental health is a big thing for a lot of people. And if someone is suffering from mental health, there is a lot of places that they can go speak to. There's better help. There's better help in, I believe, in the States. There's loads of places in the United Kingdom that do deal with mental health. So if you are suffering, don't feel like you're alone with this, because you're not. A lot of people suffer for it daily. Absolutely. And again, you're not alone. You're not alone in this. Everyone wants you to keep you going. It's the way it is.
And I think that's the big thing we need to talk about. And I do want to give a little bit of a plug here. Wrestle Talk has done a fantastic job over the last couple of years. They have put together a great listing of resources for in the UK. It is on their website that, if you need any sort of help, if you're in the UK, they have a phenomenal listing of things there. And I am actually going to work on there here in the United States. There's quite a few great organizations that you can contact. I'm actually going to work on putting that on my Patreon over the next few days. Again, as Tyler said,
we are going to look into do a charity live stream at some point. The guys don't know about this. I'm just putting it out there now. We're probably are going to do this over probably like an Extreme Rules live reactions or something like that. Just donate some money if you want to talk to us or anything like that. Like, do it for charity. That's the best way we can do it. Best way we can support charities by doing a live stream, having some fun, and that's the way. I feel like that's the best we can do, because they do so much. A lot of people that work for these mental health organizations do so much and don't get enough credit. And I believe they should.
Absolutely. And now, just with the state of the world that we're living in right now, it's even more important for people to understand that the resources are available to them. And Tyler, as you said, you're never alone, especially now in the world of social media. You may not be physical in-person friends or contacts with somebody, but there's always someone to talk to. And I posted it on my TikTok. I did it on my Twitter too, that even if you don't know me, if you just follow some of the stuff I do, if you need to talk, completely judgment-free zone. My DMs are always open.
Same goes for me. The DMs are open for mine on the Last Man Standing one as well. It's at the end of the day, people want to help. I feel like, unfortunately, Daphne didn't get the help that she needed quick enough, and we're in the situation we are now. But again, we don't want something like this to happen again.
Absolutely.
And if you want to speak to someone, I speak to me, even speak to John, even speak to anyone that you feel comfortable talking to.
And the thing, just one last thing here on Daphne, as more and more of the story is coming out, there were some health related issues that she was dealing with as well that really kind of piled on with everything else that was going on. And I'm sure we will hear more as her family begins to feel a little bit more comfortable with sharing details. And right now, I guess the two biggest things is, one, we need to honor the privacy of her family,
of course,
and honor her legacy, and hopefully something positive can come out of something so tragic. That's my hope out of all of this.
Yeah.
All right, let's switch gears here and talk about the topic of the day, and that is AEW All Out Predictions. And I'm really excited for this show, top to bottom. I'm really excited for this show because Tony Khan, again, has done a phenomenal job of putting together what is going to be an absolutely stellar pay-per-view.
Yeah.
There's only maybe one weak point that I see, and I'll talk about that when we get into our predictions.
I'd say there's two matches that I'm kind of like on the fence of, am I going to enjoy them? Was this the right decision or not? But we'll get to it.
Yes. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let's go ahead. First of all, let's talk about the match that is not happening. The news came out on, I believe it was Thursday morning, that Pac, due to whatever
the report. What Tony Khan put this out on his Twitter. He said, due to unforeseen travel issues, Andrade and Pac has been cancelled and been moved to a future Rampage, and the Casino Battle Royal will now be on the main card.
Yeah, I guess the thing that really caught me there is it's a Rampage match. Now, no offense to Rampage. A Rampage is obviously the B show for AEW. Why don't you put that match on Dynamite? I don't know, but
my thinking is they're going to give it the main event slot on Rampage, and they're going to give it time. I feel like that's why they're putting it on Rampage, is because they're going to give it time.
That would be the hope, is that they're going to give it time. We don't know when that is going to be. There has not been any confirmation as to exactly what the issues were, but we know that match is not happening now. And speculation is, and this is speculation on my part. I was part of the AEW media call with Tony Khan yesterday, and he had made a comment that they are still putting some things together for the pay-per-view, which makes me think, okay, they have pivoted and they have another plan for Andrade, because they need to get him a match. He's only had one match in AEW since he debuted, and that was against Matt Sydal. And, this is a guy that really should be getting pushed to the upper card, and they really haven't done much of anything with him. They did have the build with him and Death Triangle and the talks of bringing the Lucha Brothers in and everything. And now I think multiple changes are happening to the pay-per-view because Pac is not there.
Yeah. So my thinking is I'm again, it's a match that everyone was going to be looking forward to, but I have a feeling, some suspicion that it's either going to be Adam Cole or Bryan Danielson. They're going to roll Andrade out for an open challenge. Chavo's just going to go, or no, yeah. I can't remember who said this, but they roll Andrade and Chavo out. They get an open challenge, and you have, say for example, Fuego comes out, and Andrade beats Fuego in 2 minutes, and then it's kind of like, oh, I've broken a sweat now. Let's go. Let's keep going. Bring someone else out, and then we get the final countdown, or we get Adam Cole.
I would love Adam Cole just because we had the tease on Dynamite by Britt Baker talking about the hottest free agent in the world signing with AEW.
That was a beautiful.
I love that. Absolutely love that trolling there. That was absolutely fantastic.
It was the teasing that she put up on her Twitter as well, where it's Adam Cole has no cavities. I was just like,
yeah,
damn it, Britt.
There is no way on earth Adam Cole is not going to be All Elite, because he is a 100% free agent now as of last week Friday, because his contract expired. There's no 90-day, no 30-day non-compete for Adam Cole. He could have showed up on Wednesday night. He is available. I'd be willing to bet he is in Chicago right now. He has got to be in Chicago.
He's going to be in Chicago anyway to support Britt, but yes, he is going to be there to have a match with Andrade.
I would love. I'm trying to think. Did those two ever wrestle in NXT? I don't think they ever did.
I think they might have had one match.
Yeah,
I think that is me trying to go off memory alone. I think they had one match and that's it. But I would love to see them go at it on this show. I would. It's just, I'm excited for All Out. It's just, there's so many possibilities. I said this on Tuesday on another YouTube channel called Tom Talks Rubbish. I do all of his editing. I said this. I was just like, AEW have a start and an end, but there's also little branches that go off. It's not just an A to B story. There is different possibilities, and that's what I love about AEW. Is because nothing is linear.
Yeah, they have so many different things going on at so many different times, and one of the things that was running through my head during the media call yesterday is AEW is always fresh. They're 3 years into this, and yes, we get the continuation of Jericho and MJF. Yes, there are a few other things that continue on, but every show feels fresh. It's not, oh, here we go again with Orton versus Cena 1000 and Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley for the 800th time, and it's not the same gerbil wheel of things cycling over and over again. When they do, FTR and Santana and Ortiz, we've seen it a couple of times, but we hadn't seen it in a while, and
there's room for a third. There's room for a third match, which I'd love to see. It was like that. Their match that they had on Dynamite felt like their second match. It felt like the second chapter in their 3-chapter story.
Yes,
and we'll get the fight. They're 1-1. They're 1-1. So we'll get. I reckon we'll get FTR versus Santana Ortiz at the Grand Slam show.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And that's where the trilogy ends.
Which
it might feel a bit too soon, but they can build it to what I like about AEW is they can make it feel like it's not.
Yeah, agreed. All right, let's go ahead and get into our predictions here. We've already talked about Andrade, what's going to happen with him. I think it is going to be Adam Cole. I think he's going to do some sort of an open challenge, and I would love to see Fuego come out, get squashed, and let him get his pay-per-view shot. The kid deserves it. Let him get a pay-per-view opportunity, and then have Adam Cole come up. So the buy-in, this match was added on Wednesday, and again, a lot of this has to do with the Andrade Pac situation. It is the 10-man tag. It is the Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Wheeler Yuta, along with Jurassic Express of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, taking on the Hardy Family Office. I'm sorry, I don't care about Matt Hardy. I'm sick of Matt Hardy. I'm done with Matt Hardy. But looking at the talent, this is going to be a fun opening match. This is going to be great for the Chicago crowd to get them excited and get them going, because you've got two of the hottest young stars in AEW in Orange Cassidy and Jungle Boy on a team together. This is going to get the crowd going.
This is going to be a fun 10-minute sprint of people hitting some big moves. Orange Cassidy putting his hands in his pockets and kicking the ever-living crap out of Matt Hardy's shins. It's just going to be a fun match. It's almost like a house show match.
Yeah,
but it's still going to be fun. It's probably going to advance the story a little bit for them as well. How Matt Hardy is going to get through this. Yeah, how Matt Hardy is going to get through this with a broken nose, I don't know. But I'm not enjoying Big Money Matt.
No, I'm not. I give him a lot of credit that he continues to reinvent himself, but he's done it too much over the last 6 years. You know, it is one thing after another, trying to grab that last little bit of the brass ring. And yes, he's utilizing this to help some younger talent, to help Private Party, to help TH2, to help Giorgio, and honestly, helping Best Friends as well. He's doing that part, but yeah, I think the two things I'm looking forward to the most is, one, Orange Cassidy, hands in the pocket, sunglasses on, and Angelico dancing his way out to the ring. They need to let him have full entrance and let him do his little swagger dancing in.
And one of the matches I really want to see is, because obviously the Forbidden Door is open, Angelico versus Zack Sabre Jr. Please give it to me.
Oh yes,
on a show. Just give it to me on a New Japan show, or give it to me on AEW. Just give me them trying to bend each other into pretzels.
Tony Khan could pull it off. Tony Khan could pull off. Another comment he made yesterday in the media call is, he said he's granted, a handful of favors to promoters over the last year that basically some people owe him some favors now. And he's the kind of guy, he's going to call them in. And it's not going to be, give me this little guy. It's going to be something big.
Big. It has to be big.
Horseshoe Tanahashi. That's coming. That's coming. Yeah. Okay, but I digress. Let's get into our prediction here. I'm really torn on this one, but I'm leaning towards the team of Best Friends and Jurassic Express picking up the victory here.
Yeah, so me and Callum have both picked Express and Jurassic Express and Best Friends. Again, like we said, I really don't care about Matt Hardy anymore. I love this broken gimmick. I love this stuff in the Attitude Era. I didn't enjoy his Big Money Matt run in TNA. Why am I going to enjoy it here? It's just please go back to being Attitude Era, Matt, for God's sake.
Oh, he could just go away. He could just go away.
He could just be a manager. Just make him a manager. He doesn't need to be in a match. His pelvis is so fused to his back. He doesn't need to be in a match.
All right. The match that has now moved up to the main card, and it's in the spot where it should be, is the Women's Casino Battle Royal. 21 women. The winner of the match gets an AEW Women's title shot down the road. Here is who we have. I think I've got all 21 names here. Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, The Bunny, Big Swole,
there'll be a Joker,
Julia Hart, Ty Conti, yes. D.M.D, Penelope Ford, Red Velvet, Hikaru Shida, Emi Sakura, Jade Cargill, Kira Hogan, Abaddon, Layla Hirsch. When was Abaddon announced? Layla Hirsch, Kylan King, Rebel, Jamie Hayter, Anna Jay, Riho, and the Joker, the TBA. It's gotta be Ruby Soho. It has to be Ruby Soho.
Yes, it has to be. It has to be Ruby. I don't care if it's someone else. I'm going to boo them. If it's someone from Impact, I'm going to boo them because it's just all the stuff that she's been doing on. It's just give me Ruby.
Yeah, I think AEW has set themselves up for disappointment here. That this could be, was it WrestleMania 30 when everybody was, or not, Royal Rumble that year when everybody wanted Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble, and number 30 comes out and it's Rey Mysterio.
Oh my God, he could have turned heel that day.
Yeah, we could have had Rey Mysterio heel. I don't even know who else to pick to be. Well, the only other possibility, and I don't think it's going to happen, is CJ Perry, is Lana. But I don't think it's going to happen. Not in this match. I really don't think they're going to put her in such a big prominent spot. No, especially against the talent that's in there.
Yeah, I enjoyed Lana's character. I enjoyed the fact that she improved in the ring. But there's Lana, Ruby Soho.
Yes,
it's just, and I want her. So it's WrestleMania. I think it's WrestleMania from this year. She had the Joker gear. She can use that.
Absolutely.
Ruby.
And she's done those videos, the real high quality videos, much like John Moxley did, much like Buddy Murphy's been doing. Tommy N did it as well. Malachi Black. So
they feel like AEW production. They feel like AEW production.
Absolutely. So we are in agreement. It is going to be Ruby Soho. I don't know who's going to win this match. I really don't.
So,
because
I'll give you. Go on.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to give you Callum's one.
Okay.
First off, he's picked Thunder Rosa. I don't think
that's the easy pick right there. Because we need match 3 between her and Britt Baker. We need that match again.
I personally don't think they're going to give it to her on a Casino Battle Royal win. They're going to have Rosa rack up the wins on Dark, Elevation, Dynamite, Rampage. They're going to do it. And next year's Revolution is where we get Britt versus Thunder for the title. Yes. And that's where we get Thunder Rosa win. That's my personal thinking. And so after Dynamite on Wednesday, and they brought back Anna Jay, I popped when Anna Jay come out.
Yes,
just saying, I think she's improved massively. Her involvement in the Dark Order has been sorely missed, and she can bring them back together. I think that's the missing piece. in the order, it's been Anna Jay. And I think I want it to be Ruby. My heart says Ruby Soho to win, but my head thinks Anna Jay to win because they're going to. I have a feeling they're doing this. They've brought her back, and they need to reestablish her. They need to reestablish her being back. So my pick is Anna Jay.
Okay. Well, thinking about Ruby Soho and thinking about that, that Joker spot, has the TBD in any of the casino battle royals ever ended up being the winner? And last year it was Leo Rush, and he got eliminated pretty quick.
Yeah, that was in the double or nothing match, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think the only person that has actually won from a Joker spot was in the ladder match, in the one with the chip hanging from above where Brian Cage won.
Yes,
I think that's the only one. Okay. That's why my head is saying Anna Jay, but my heart says Ruby Soho.
I'm going to go in a different direction here, and I like your thinking on that. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be Thunder Rosa because they're going to build something down the road.
Sorry, Callum.
I'm thinking it's going to be Layla Hirsch because AEW gave her the ball a couple of weeks ago when she went up against Camille for the NWA Women's Championship. And she has performed extremely well over the last 9 to 12 months. And this would be a fun match to see. They're behind Layla Hirsch. She's obviously, in that top 5 of babyface women in AEW. I'm going to go with Layla Hirsch here as kind of a surprise pick.
I like Layla Hirsch. I think she's awesome. Her amateur background is brilliant, and the way she uses it is absolutely awesome. I personally think she's good. She is a good choice to pick, but I feel like they're going to capitalize on the return of Anna Jay.
I hope this is one I really hope I'm wrong on and that you're right on. I would be very happy to be wrong on this. So, all right. The next match, which this is one that people have kind of gone back and forth on how they feel about this one. Jon Moxley taking on Satoshi Kojima. For American fans that don't really understand Kojima, he is a former New Japan IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He was a Triple Crown champion in All Japan Pro Wrestling. He is a legend in Japanese wrestling. And Jon Moxley is basically going down his list of New Japan dream matches. And, I want this guy. I want this guy. I want this guy. Let's do it. And using that forbidden door. So I like what they're doing with that. I just feel like this was a spot they could have done something bigger for Jon Moxley. But this is going to be, if you like the Japanese style men slapping the crap out of each other, that's what this match is going to be. It's not going to be high flying. It's not going to be goofy gimmick spots. It's going to be guys chopping and punching and beating the crap out of each other.
I said this a couple of days ago. This is a New Japan match on an AEW card. What more do you want?
Tanahashi.
That's what I said. I was like, Tanahashi, just give me Tanahashi. I was sitting here and I was just like, just give me Tanahashi, please. That's all I want is Tanahashi. But again, it's COVID. The world that we are in right now, I completely understand it. But I have a feeling Jon Moxley has got a list of people that he wants to wrestle. He's given it to Tony Khan and go, cross one off the list for me.
Well, Tanahashi, the reason Tanahashi is not happening is he is actually wrestling in Japan on Saturday. So it is literally, it could happen.
But it's impossible.
It would literally be an overnight flight for him. And with the COVID restrictions and everything, there's no way. But First of all, Jon Moxley is going to win this match, and what we're going to see at the end is something pop up on the screen, and it will be a message from Hiroshi Tanahashi that he is coming to challenge Jon Moxley at the Grand Slam event in New York. He will be at Arthur Ashe in New York, and we will finally get Tanahashi versus Moxley.
Yes, please. Moxley, me and Callum have both got Moxley on this. I wouldn't say it's the safe choice, but it is the most obvious choice.
Yeah, it is the obvious choice. I mean, it's going to be Kojima's going to have a great match. He's going to look good. Moxley's going to help. He doesn't really need to help him look good, but he's going to make sure that Kojima looks good in this match. But yeah, Moxley's going to walk away with this one. And if they don't do something to lead towards another big match for Moxley in New York, then AEW has dropped the ball. They definitely have. Yeah. And sorry, I don't know who's trying to call me here. I'm in the middle of a show. Don't call me.
With the Hardy Brothers theme song, yeah?
Yes. Well, I got a new phone like a week and a half ago, and it was that or Mick Foley that I had saved on my phone. I just haven't had time to put in Judas or something else or Cult of Personality.
Callum's in the chat saying, "Do not believe Tyler. It's not even a square." What are you on about? What is he on about? God almighty.
My goodness. All right. I think this is going to be agreed upon. This is going to be the bathroom break match for everybody. No offense to either guy involved in this match. It is Paul Wight making his AEW wrestling debut against QT Marshall, who has been called, he looks like a British dart player. He looks like somebody's dad from in the parent pickup line at school. Looks like the guy that helps you pick out the nuts and bolts at the local Home Depot. Hey, he's a good wrestler. The guy is a good wrestler. I don't care about this match. And with what happened on Dynamite too, with Billy Gunn turning on Paul Wight all of a sudden, I don't know. Obviously, there's that whole connection between the Nightmare Family and the Gun Club, and the factory. They used to be together, now they're apart. I don't care. I really don't care. If I've got to go refill my drink or run to the bathroom, I'm doing it in this match. I'll go to Twitter to see what happened. Mm-hmm. But as far as predictions, Paul Wight.
It's Paul Wight. It's Paul Wight all the way. Absolutely Paul Wight all the way.
And I'm assuming Callum is going the same direction too, right?
Yeah. He's gone the same direction.
Okay.
Sorry, I just got a missed call from someone.
Maybe the same person that just called me.
Sorry, I'm just double checking because I don't think I'm supposed to be in at work at 3:00.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because this could be an issue.
Yeah, we may have to jump out of here early.
Yeah. Just double checking.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah.
All right. Well, while you're doing that,
we're fine.
We're good.
I'm in
okay.
5.
All right. So we got to watch the time here. That's fine. All right. Chris Jericho versus MJF. If Jericho loses, his AEW in-ring career is over. Mm-hmm. This is very interesting. Now, it's been played up, he's going to retire from wrestling. No, his AEW in-ring career is over. I don't want to see Jericho lose here, but you've got to have MJF win. It only makes sense because I don't remember who it was that I was listening to the other day that brought this up. The way this should go is MJF wins. He gloats about it. we get to Revolution, and Sammy Guevara challenges MJF, and Sammy puts his career on the line, but the caveat is if Sammy beats MJF, Jericho gets reinstated as a wrestler. I like that, because Jericho could do his commentary thing. He can be goated by MJF, and Jericho just can't do anything about it. It just really makes sense to continue to build up MJF as the monster heel by being the guy that retired Jericho.
Yeah.
Do to Jericho what they should have done to Kurt Angle instead of Baron Corbin retiring Kurt Angle. It doesn't make sense for Jericho to win this match. It just doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I personally don't think Jericho should be winning this match because of his emotional promo that he did on Dynamite, the promo that MJF did, which was bloody excellent. I personally want my pick is MJF.
Yep, same here.
Callum's pick is Jericho.
Ooh.
I just don't see him winning. Unfortunately, I don't see Jericho winning. I do enjoy Jericho. I enjoy his work, but I kind of want him to disappear onto commentary for a bit.
Well, I think actually he's going to disappear in general for a little while because I'm looking it up right now.
Fozzy are on tour for a while.
Yeah, Fozzy actually has a show tonight. All Out is the only open date they had. Let's see. I'm just pulling up the Fozzy tour dates from FozzyRock.com. They're busy for the next month.
They're coming here next year as well. So
yes. Let's see. I'm
hoping when they come here, AEW comes with them.
Well, he will not be on Dynamite on Wednesday for sure because they are in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
He could potentially be on Rampage, but I doubt it. It looks like the next couple of Wednesdays are open, but
I just don't see it. I really don't see him being on TV for a while.
No, and that's the way it should be.
I think Jericho deserves a well-deserved break. I mean, bloody hell, he's been doing this for gone like 30 years. This guy deserves some time off, and why not make a star in the process?
Absolutely. Well, MJF is already a star, but this is gonna put him into a whole nother stratosphere. But the question is, what's next for MJF after this? Maybe it's a Bryan Danielson. I would love to see Bryan Danielson versus MJF, but I'm jumping ahead. All right, the TNT Championship match. We have God's greatest creation, Miro, taking on Eddie. Yes, taking on Eddie Kingston. This is going to be kind of on the level of the Moxley Kojima match. This is going to be two guys just slapping the heck out of each other. This is going to be a fun match. It's going to be good.
This is going to feel real. This is going to be a fight. The Eddie Kingston part of the video package that he did on Dynamite, he's just going to go, you're not vulnerable to DDTs. Your neck is vulnerable. I am going for your neck. The line of the promo though was, the only one I lie down for is my wife after my matches. I was just like...
Miro is having so much fun right now. You can tell he is just enjoying what he is doing.
Miro's loving every second of what he does, and I am all for it. I'm so glad that we've got this character now. He is so good. His promos are next level.
Yes, he's making up for, that horrible best man thing he had with Kip Sabian. That I was so worried for those couple of months that it was just going nowhere. And now that he's on his own, doing his thing, it's great. This is going to be a fun match. As much as I'd like to see Eddie Kingston with some gold, Miro's walking away with the win.
Okay, so Callum has picked Miro for this one as well. Oh, I really want to see him with some gold, but if he loses, we might get Moxley versus Miro. I'm gonna pick Miro. I'm going to pick Miro.
Eddie Kingston doesn't need a win here. He's one of those guys that a loss isn't going to hurt him at all. It's not. And they're gearing up. He's going to have something big at the Grand Slam show at Arthur Ashe. They're going to have something big with his hometown crowd.
Ortiz.
Yeah. That's going to be fun to see what they do with him. But yeah, Miro's going to retain. Actually, I'm going to have kind of an interesting thought as we get through this. I don't want to give anything away quite yet. Let's go into the match that probably will steal the show for the night. It is the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers in a steel cage for the AEW Tag Team Championship. Man, I'll tell you, the go home angle on Dynamite, for this match and for Omega Christian Cage was absolutely phenomenal. And that cage that they have is absolutely ridiculous. And it just begs for some crazy spots, both from the outside and the inside.
So obviously we've seen the cage before already. We saw the cage when they did Cody. That was a while ago. This was, I think this is like a year and a half, probably a bit longer than that, probably about 2 years since we've seen a steel cage match, which is awesome because they haven't done them to death. They haven't done these matches to death, which is awesome for someone that we've, for both of us that have been watching WWE for so long. We've kind of they've had 6,000 steel cages matches where where AEW within their 3-year lifespan have only had 2. Well, will be only having 2. I cannot wait for this match. This is going to be match of the night. I'm going to love every set. Well, either that or Punk and Darby, but this is just going to be insane.
Yeah, it is going to be high spot heaven for people that enjoy that kind of thing. These 4 guys know each other so well too, and they know how to put on phenomenal matches. I know a lot of people are torn on this one, and I think with the Andrade Pac match not happening, I believe Andrade was going to get involved in this match.
I still think he will.
I don't think he will now. I don't think he will now. If he does, it's going to be to cost the Lucha Brothers. He is not going to come in to help them. I believe it's going to be a Young Bucks retention. The Elite's not losing any belts here.
I'm going to disagree with you. Me and Callum are going to disagree with you. We've both got the Lucha Brothers. My thinking is the Elite got their final say on Dynamite. They got the advantage. They brought the steel cage down. They continued this brutal assault. I loved the fact that Marco was up there in about 10 seconds, and all you can see is Brandon Cutler spraying him off. Brilliant spot. I would have loved to seen him fall, but he didn't kind of fall. He kind of climbed down, which is fair enough, safety-wise and everything like that. But I want the Lucha Bros to win this.
I'm torn, but I'm going with the Young Bucks on this one, and I think what we're gonna see at the end, and I may be stretching a little bit here. We did see the Elite Hunter Frankie Kazarian. He was one of the few that came down. I think what's going to happen is the Lucha Brothers are going to continue to get beat down in the ring. Cutler's gonna get into the ring. We're going to see the Good Brothers get into the ring after the match, continue the beatdown. Frankie Kazarian's going to come down, and Hangman Adam Page is going to return. And we're going. The next challengers for the Bucks are going to be Hangman Adam Page and Frankie Kazarian.
I don't want to see, personally, I don't want to see him go for. I don't want to see Hangman go for the tag titles. I want to see him go for the AEW title, because that has been the story for nearly 3 years. That has been the story of Hangman almost won it the first time against Kris. Almost going to be that guy to win it, and then he went downhill. He's like the alcoholism and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's slowly getting back to it. I know he disappeared from the Dark Order, which is a good part of the story. But I just want to see him. I just want to see Hangman with the AEW title, possibly at Full Gear now. But I want to see the Lucha Bros win. It's always got to be Penta.
Yeah,
as Ollie would say.
Yeah, we've discussed this before with Hangman Adam Page. The earliest he's going to win the AEW World Championship is Revolution next year. It will not be in 2021. It's going to be in 2022 at some point in time. Okay. On to another match I think is going to be a fantastic match. I'm excited about this one as well. It is the AEW Women's Championship. It is Dr. Britt Baker, DDS, taking on Kris Statlander.
DDS.
Yes. This is going to be a fun match.
It's D.M.D. It's D.M.D.
Oh, that's right. D.M.D. See, that's what happened. I told you that's what happens when John doesn't get a lot of sleep. Okay, I'm changing it. There. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Britt Baker, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I apologize. I corrected it. No, I've got DDS on my head because I have to call my dentist about something. So, but maybe I'll go see her.
Yeah, she can go.
Raymond had a question. I don't know. I don't think Hangman's wife had the baby yet. I have not seen anything yet. So that's why he's been off of TV, is because his wife is expecting their first child. Have not seen anything on if she's had it yet. It could be any day. So
it is pretty much any day that she is going to have the baby. Which I'm fair enough that obviously he's having this time off, because why not? Like, I believe it's their first child. So
yes, I believe it is.
So you are going to be wanting to be there. Like, you want to be there for the first month and a half with that child. Like, which is fair enough at the end of the day. But back to this match. I'm looking forward to this match. As much as I know the finish of this match, I want this to be a good match. I want this to be Kris Statlander's kind of like I'm back match, basically.
Yeah, this is going to be a great match. Everybody knows Britt Baker is going to win this. Kris Statlander is not walking out with the championship. I think she will get another shot down the road at this title, but Britt Baker is going to retain here. It's setting up longer term, as you had mentioned before. Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, probably at Revolution. I think that would be the place to do it.
Yeah,
because it would give Britt Baker that would be what, a 9-month title run for her, I believe it would be. that would be a good time for a challenger to possibly take the title off of her.
Exactly. It's a long reign, which she deserves.
Absolutely. And I'm assuming Callum is going in the same direction here, that he said
yes,
D.M.D.
Yeah, not DDS.
Yes.
He's picked Britt Baker. All
right. Now, the big question everybody has is, what's going to be the main event? What's going to be the main event of the show? And I'm torn, because it would make sense for Chicago to have CM Punk versus Darby Allen, but I think it's going to be Omega Cage, because the show is going to end with something huge. And it's something huge is not going to be surrounding CM Punk, Darby Allen. It's going to be surrounding Kenny Omega. So let's go ahead and talk about CM Punk, Darby Allen. This is going to be another fun match. We got to see CM Punk get physically involved on Wednesday night. I love the fact that 2.0 are the instigators here, that Jeff Parker and Matt Lee are instigating things all over the place with everybody, and are willing to get their butts kicked. I love it.
I love the fact that they've done so much on AEW than they did on NXT. Like, they did sod all on NXT, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, Tony Khan sees the value that these guys have, because they're hilarious as all get out on their promos. If you haven't watched their YouTube show, The Show Rules, you are missing out. Okay, it is. Their Saturday morning show is great. Their Thursday night show is even better, where they go an hour and just talk about everything. It is fantastic. Matt Lee is just, he is the most hilarious thing on his promos. I want to see at some point in time MJF, Matt Lee, and oh god, I'm dropping his name. Platinum Max Caster in a promo battle. All three of those guys in a promo battle.
It's just the way he cuts a promo. It's a very 80s cokehead style of doing it. It's just the sting, like it's the facial expressions as well. When
it's the gum, it's the chew. That's what it is. It's that Montreal, that Canadian gum chewing. And speaking of Montreal, Matt Lee, this is for you, buddy. Montreal Expos, baby.
It's just the way he cuts the promo, and the way that their facial expressions when they put Sting through the table and he immediately got back up, and it's the look, the facial expressions is awesome. They get his money on their facial expressions alone.
I absolutely loved when Sting no-sold that table shot. That was absolutely perfect when he did that. I know there was a lot of people on Twitter that were just dumping all over that. Like, no, it was perfect for the moment.
Exactly.
61-year-old Sting no-selling a table shot from 2.0. It was just perfect. It was perfect. Okay, so we've
perfect
the train has gone off the rails here.
It was perfect for the facial expression alone. It was Matt Lee and Jeff Parker going,
yes. They are, if there are breakout stars for the second half of 2021 in AEW, it is Jeff Parker and Matt Lee of 2.0. If they never win a tag team championship in AEW, I'm okay with that, as long as they keep doing what they're doing. I love what they're
Impact.
doing.
Give them the Impact titles. Just give them the Impact titles.
No. I want them to stay in AEW.
No. I mean, do what they're kind of like. It's the forbidden door swings. Swings both ways. It's
all right. But back to the match at hand: CM Punk versus Darby Allen. I'm struggling with this one. I can't with this one at all. I can't see CM Punk losing in his first match back in 7 years. Darby Allen, Darby Allin really doesn't need the win, because it would be a huge win for him if he got it.
Yeah, upset.
But
it'll be upset.
What would it mean next for Darby Allin? He just beat CM Punk. Was he going to go after Kenny Omega? I don't think that's going to happen.
He goes after Miro again.
Yeah, he goes after Miro again. I don't see that happening. My heart's telling me Punk, and that's the direction I'm going to go.
Yeah, my heart is telling me Punk all the way. Callum is in agreement with me. It's Punk all the way. I've loved every single promo Punk has done. It was the one where he was in Milwaukee last week.
Yes, a week and a half ago.
Last week, and it was like, can I still be the best in the world? And you get the yes chant, and he's just like, that's someone else's stick. You're gonna have to hold on.
You're gonna have to hold on a little bit.
It's also as well when he does the pose like on the ramp where he's like looking at his pretend watch. Is it clobbering? No, it's not yet. Not time yet. And that's gonna get a big pop. The way I want this to go, I think this should open the show.
I'd almost have to agree with you here, because this would be a great way to get the crowd really going after the buy-in. Yeah, so you want to have it be super strong, and this would be the way to do it. It would end any questions on, all right, is there going to be, I think Punk's going to win, and you're going to have that moment of respect, not the passing of the torch kind of thing, but that moment of respect. We didn't see it on Dynamite. We saw the face-to-face, the head-to-head with Punk and Allin, but I think you'll actually see, it won't be a handshake or a hug. It's going to be a fist bump, and Punk's going to give him the credit, like, hey, kid, you're great. Thank you very much. CM Punk's going to get his huge pop from the crowd and everything. That would be a great way to open up the main show.
Could we see? So I'm gonna steal something from another YouTube channel called Tom Talks Rubbish. Go subscribe to him. So me and him talked about this. He said after the buy-in, after everything's about
no.
After the buy-in, after the buy-ins are just about to end, you get the first rift of cult of personality, and it goes, it's opening the show, and it's like, you have to now buy the pay-per-view because you have to go watch Punk versus Darby.
Yes.
But my other thought was, my thinking was, you get the buy-in ends, we get into the main show. No, sorry, the buy-in ends, Darby Allin music hits, he gets into the ring, he does his like, and it's like, welcome to All Out, rah rah rah. And he's sitting in the middle of the ring, cross-legged like Punk. And he's sitting there waiting. And you can just hear the crowd soak it in. It's CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. And then you get the rift, the cult of personality, and the roof flies off the place.
Much like they did on Rampage when he made his debut in Chicago. Yeah, that would be the perfect way to open the show. And I think Tony Khan is a smart guy. He knows what to do with the crowd. I think that would be the way to go. He knows the
value of Punk as well. He knows Punk's value.
Yep. So if that's the case, if CM Punk versus Darby Allin is going to open the show, then obviously Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship is going to main event the show. Now, I will say I am disappointed that over the course of the last week that they didn't turn this into a winner takes all match, that the Impact World Championship is not on the line here. Yes, I know that they've booked Christian Cage in a couple of Impact World Championship matches moving forward. So continuity there. They need to kind of continue on with it. But are they dropping the Kenny Omega belt collector gimmick with Impact, or is something else going to happen here?
I don't think it fits. I don't think the winner takes all fits with the story. Personally, I don't think it fits with the story. I think with the Bucks losing the tag titles early in the night, this is going to be the downfall of the Elite. This is going to be where the cracks start to show. This is where the Bucks are going to lose. The Bucks are going to lose the tag titles earlier in the night, and we get the Kenny versus Christian as the main event. Kenny wins with the help from the Elite, and this is where we get it's the final countdown. Yeah, this is where we get Bryan Danielson come out. This is where we have the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, come out, and we just have a stare down. We just have a stare down. He even gives a running knee to Brandon Cutler because God knows he's not going to do anything. Or he does it to Mac. Like, just Michael Nakazawa. Like, just
King Nakazawa.
Yeah, the forbidden door is wide open. Nakazawa, the Intercontinental Champion, comes in and blasts Kenny in the head. But no, I think it's going to be a good match. I enjoyed the match on Rampage. This is going to be very much the same. I feel like this is going to be Christian chasing a 5-star match, chasing a 5-star classic, and I think we might even get it. We might get a 5-star classic, but I think the Elite are going to interfere in this match because the Elite can't interfere in the tag title match, and that is going to show the cracks.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got distracted by something here. I have breaking news. The Miz is going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, for God's sake.
PW Insider has confirmed The Miz has been cast in the upcoming season, the 30th season of Dancing with the Stars.
He's got two left feet.
That's why he was not on Raw for that big blood feud match with John Morrison. He was in LA with Dancing with the Stars. Oh my goodness.
2 left feet though. He's got 2 left feet.
Yeah. Oh.
No,
yeah, there's your WWE news for the day. Okay. All right. So, yes, I agree with you 100% that the Elite are going to get involved in this match. Kenny Omega is going to walk out as the champion. And
both me and Callum have got Omega.
Yeah. And the perfect way to end the show is the final countdown and Bryan Danielson coming out to the ring. That is the way they've got to end this show. They have to end this on a cliffhanger because they need to kind of go tune into Dynamite. Yep.
They have
to.
Oh
my God! What?
Yeah. It's like oh no! What the?
Because
lots of beep, and then it's just
if
tune into Dynamite.
Yeah, if they go with what you've predicted, CM Punk opens, they get the gigantic Chicago pop, Bryan Danielson at the end, and they blow the roof off the place at the end of the show. Yes. That is the perfect way to end a wrestling pay-per-view. You know, you relive that WrestleMania 30 moment with everybody just on their feet going crazy for Bryan Danielson. Yes, please make it happen. I've been predicting he was actually going to debut in New York at Grand Slam, but I think every report I'm seeing now is he is in Chicago. He's debuting this weekend. It's not going to happen tonight on Rampage. It's going to happen on Sunday. I think we may see a tease of some sort, you know, a very kind of subtle, you know, backhanded tease.
I would like to see. So when they run the match card, because they did this during Double or Nothing. When they run a match card for the Dynamite, I would like to hear a little tease of boom when they're doing it. It's just like, yeah, it's just like someone, you could just hear someone go boom, and then it's just, Tony Khan is very good at teasing us. He's very good at making us think about things. He's very good. He's a genius booker.
Because he's doing all the booking. He doesn't have a team of writers. It's him, working like a madman to get everything done. I am loving the way this show is falling into line. So I do have a couple of bonus questions here, and we just answered the first one. Is Bryan Danielson going to make his debut?
Yes.
And I'm going to put Callum down for a yes. Bonus question 2. And we've talked about 2 of them already. Will there be more than 2 surprise debuts on this show?
So we're gonna get the inevitable Ruby Soho one. I feel like we are going to get that I keep saying that Bryan Danielson. I need to get used to saying that. I think we're going to get a tease for Adam Cole. I don't think he's going to be there. He's probably going to be backstage anyway because he's with Britt. But I'd like to see Buddy Matthews, the former Buddy Murphy.
Yes.
I would like to see it. Whether or not it's going to happen is a different story. I think I don't know if you saw on Twitter, Malachi Black put up a T-shirt that says House of Black member. I think this could happen as early as Rampage. I think after he kills Big Shotty Lee Johnson, we get a little bit of a promo, and then as the lights cut out, the lights come back on, and it's Buddy Matthews in the ring, just sitting across from him with the House of Black member top on.
I would like to see that. I really would. Yeah, Malachi Black is going to be putting together a group, whether it's 2, 3, 4, whatever it may be. He's going to be putting together a group. Again, we agree on the 2 debuts. I'm thinking they're going to stack this. There's going to be a third, whether it is Buddy Matthews, whether it is Adam Cole, or I'm still thinking CJ Perry is going to show up here. Maybe it's at the end of the Miro Kingston match to celebrate with him.
Well, by the way that Miro talks, we're probably going to get a live sex celebration. It's just gonna happen, just the way he talks about it. But no, I think this is. I think this is pure speculation. So obviously on Dynamite we had the Gun Club, the hired guns, beat down Paul Wight.
Yes.
Could we see a swerve where they build up Paul Wight, they get to the match, and it's kind of like a forfeit of like, oh, he can't do it, he's not medically cleared. This is me using my WWE head a little bit. And we get Adam Shear, former Braun Strowman, to take his place.
Ooh.
To take Paul Wight's place.
I don't know about that. I'm really beginning to think Adam Shearer is not going to AEW. I think he's going to Impact.
Yeah,
I think he's going to Impact Wrestling. I don't think he's going to be in AEW.
I think he's going to go to. I think he's going to go to Impact, but again, there is a caveat there. Yeah, it happened. It's every person that recently got released, all of their 90 days. That class of people that got released, including the Aleister Black one, have all got their 90 days up. So we can see them turn up everywhere.
Though Buddy kind of screwed up a little bit, though, the other day with his. He took a little bit of heat for the picture he posted. Though, to his defense, though, a couple of pictures he posted, he did Google searches, and it was the very first Google image that showed up. So leave the guy alone. Leave him alone.
Exactly. It's not heat. Like, why? I really don't understand. It was clearly someone breaking away from prison. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Twitter is so toxic sometimes.
Okay, so you want some more breaking news as we're wrapping up here? Fightful Select just report. So obviously we're going to switch gears to NXT here real quick. There was reports that came out a couple of days ago that Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard were going to be in charge of NXT. Fightful Select has reached out to numerous WWE sources about the NXT production being handled by Vince and Bruce, and it was effectively denied. One source very close to the situation said, "Don't believe everything you hear." Several others did confirm Bruce Pritchard is slated for a Saturday visit to the PC, but talent isn't mandated to be there, and some aren't even sure what the nature of the visit is. So who knows what's happening? All we know is we're getting a new logo. We're gonna see releases coming from NXT. I think Tommaso Ciampa and Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano are gone. And
when that new logo come out, I was like, WWE Kiss would like a word. Because it looks. I don't. I'm probably the only one that sees it. But it looks like an airbrush Kiss logo. I think I might be the only one that sees it.
I'm looking at it now. I mean, there is something to the background of it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Let me share this real quick. Yeah, there is something in the design, in the background there. If you took out the cutout of the NXT letters, there is something else there.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's just, I just don't. It's just going to be a kids show again. It's just, I'm just so worried for it, John. I'm so worried. They're going to massacre my boy.
Yes.
They're going to massacre my NXT.
I'm not looking forward. The only saving grace right now is Samoa Joe is the champion.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about it. I really don't. And again, with the reports, multiple reports that more NXT releases are coming, there's going to be a lot of heartbroken people when this next group of NXT releases come out, because
I generally feel like if they get rid of the rumored names, I will lose my mind.
Yes.
I lost my mind when they released those 12 people, the class with Bronson Reed in it. I go onto my channel. I could have done all the editing and bleeped it all out. I didn't, because I swore so bloody much. It would have taken me hours just to get the bleeps out. But speaking of my channel, our predictions for the All Out have just gone live.
Okay.
So they went live about 20 minutes ago. So go check those out.
I will, once we're done with this show, I will put the link for your predictions in the description. And awesome. Raymond has a question here. His non-compete ends October 29th.
So
October 29th. So
plenty of time for the Halloween show.
Yes, the Friday before Halloween Rampage.
Yeah.
And that would be the Rampage 8 days before Full Gear in St. Louis. Just saying. So yes, I will put that up in the stream, in the description as soon as we are done here. Please make sure you follow Tyler at Tyler Woodward 99 on Twitter. Absolutely fantastic. Again, I just want to take a look at these real quick. We agreed on a few.
Yeah.
We agreed on a lot. We really the big one. Actually, it's going to come down to the Women's Casino Battle Royal and the Tag Team Championship match. Whoever wins the Tag Team Championship match is going to be the big winner of the weekend. So,
and they're going to walk away with the WrestleScope Championship. Oh, wrong way. There we go.
Yeah, it's not the Miz. It's not the Miz Dancing with the Stars Championship. And I'm still working on a few things. Actually, I'm going to announce it here. I'm actually in talks with the folks over at Pro Wrestling Tees to get some WrestleScope t-shirts designed it up. Hopefully within the next month. I know they are the folks at Pro Wrestling Tees are just overloaded right now. CM Punk crashed their servers and everything. But yeah, I've been in contact with them, and we are one step closer to actually having a WrestleScope store on Pro Wrestling Tees. I'm excited for that. So, yeah,
we are thinking that's another thing that we are thinking about. If we get to a certain milestone, we'll start thinking about bringing merch out. But right now we're off our milestone.
Yeah, I've given up on milestones with my channel. I'm just going to keep plugging away.
So originally, if we get to 100 subscribers, we were going to release a Patreon. We're going to release a Patreon where people would get to see my rants before they go out live. They were going to see some of the debates that we were going to do before they go live as well. But yeah.
Speaking of Patreon, thank you again to Brian C. My craft beer loving friend. That is my first Patreon. He actually got in the mail, I sent out his stickers. Yes, we actually have stickers. The Honk If You Love Wrestling. And I don't know where the other one went. My wife brought a donut down here, and I don't know where the other one went. Oh, wait. This one, too. I think this one is my favorite one. It is the whoop, whoop. If what, yes, and woo are phrases you use, you are a wrestling fan.
That's perfect.
So these are available to my Patreons. I am going to figure out a way to put them up for sale as well. If you want to support the channel, everything that comes from selling of those goes directly into paying for all the things that I have to pay for out of my own personal pocket for this channel, which includes StreamYard and some other things. So help me out, please. John's just a poor father of six.
Yeah, go subscribe to John's Patreon. Go subscribe to Last Man Standing. Subscribe to WrestleScope, of course, while you're here.
Yes.
That's what I've got to say.
Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All right. I know you got to get to work. I don't want you to be late to work. And I'm actually getting ready for a road trip here. So everybody enjoy All Out this weekend. I actually get to watch it. My original plans were I wasn't going to be able to watch it live. And now I get to. I'm so excited.
I can't watch it live because I can't watch it live because I'm going out Sunday evening. So I can't watch it live.
I am going to be, thanks to Surfshark and Fight TV, I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to pretend I'm in London. Shh. Thanks to Surfshark, but I'm going to be watching it live on Fight TV. Thank you very much, Tyler. Thank you very much, Callum. Thank you for sending in your predictions. Adam, if you're watching us, I'm going to send him a tweet. Unfortunately, couldn't join us. I'm going to get his predictions. I'm going to type them up and put them in the description of this video too, so you can follow along and see all of our predictions. And I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you this time.
I don't know.
I'm taking that title from you. I am going to be the champion.
I don't know, John. I've got 3 titles. Like,
yeah,
I'm unbeatable at the minute.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm unbeatable.
I've been that close the last 2 pay-per-views. It's gonna happen.
I am the belt collector
is going
of
to help
YouTube.
me. The Elite is going to take me over the top this time. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the AEW All Out Predictions. For Tyler, I'm John. Have a great day, everybody.